For this assignment, I decided to use the poem We Real Cool by Gwendolyn Brooks and the song Natural Release by Brent Faiyaz for a comparison of poetry as music. I decided to use this piece of music because it was the first song that came to my mind, and I believe that it is a perfect piece of poetry in the form of a song. I decided to compare these two pieces in particular because I believe that they share a very similar style, pattern, and execution performance, as well as being similar in length and having separate identifications of death, which also portrays to follow a similar message behind both pieces. Both pieces have a very similar style and pattern and execution performance. In the second stanza of the poem, it reads, We real cool, we left school, we lurk late, we strike straight. It's very simple and each line gets straight to the point. Each line explains what happened and then continues to follow with the next. In the song, it reads, She comes from a hostile place, bruises on her pretty face, traveled to a foreign land, married to a foreign man. Again, it is very simple and gets straight to the point. It also helps the listener form an image in their head, and it sets the tone for the story. Both pieces begin in telling a story. In the poem, it explains what happened and how things came to be, and in the song, how it starts. Both pieces tell a story, and they also follow in a very similar rhyme pattern, as the next line rhymes with the one previous to it. My second comparison is the length of both pieces. The story is told in We Real Cool in just 10 lines. It's a short poem that starts and ends with clarity. Natural Release is only about 2 minutes and 10 seconds, while most songs are about 3 minutes or longer. In just 10 minutes and 2 seconds, Brent Faiyaz is able to tell a complete story as well as pull it together at the end. It really gets pulled together at the end of the song. My next comparison are the indications of death in both pieces. The last stanza of the poem reads, Jazz June, we die soon. And within the last minute of the song, it reads, She hears a bang and she runs downstairs to see her husband lying there. In the poem, it is an abrupt statement saying that we will die soon. And that pushes me forward to the meaning that everything is temporary. Back to the line from the song, the death is anticipated by a few lines prior to the song lyric. This also brings me to my last point about the messages being similar behind both pieces. So, majority of the poem reads, Lurk late, we strike straight, we sing sin, we thin gin, we jazz June, we die soon. And the last few lines of the song read, She fights off tears and dries her eyes. Thoughts of peace and happiness are gone in an instant. This brings me to my message that everything is temporary. It seems that by bringing death into both pieces, it reminds the reader or the listener that everything is temporary and it's not what it's expected to be. In the poem, it's about leaving school, having fun, and basically that's it. You leave school and you have fun, but at the end of the day, we all die soon. And in the song, it's completely unexpected because earlier in the song it reads that she picks up a magazine, she's turned on by what she sees. Thoughts of peace and happiness travel to her fingertips. And then the song ends with she fights off tears and dries her eyes. Thoughts of peace and happiness are gone, gone in an instant. So it is temporary, and she was not allowed to enjoy herself. Both the poem and the song compare in similar ways, compare in multiple ways, such as they have a similar style, pattern, and execution performance. They're similar in short length, and they are similar with separate identifications of death that follow behind a similar message for both pieces.